Well, I tried to go Super Saiyan, but it didn't amount to anything. Let's try it again. I think you can just go super fast with a spin. And then you just stop. And your character's all dizzy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special stream of our Pokemon Violet adventures. We've got Mick Bronze, Garushia, Unknown Spike is here, Anne-Marie Hedgehog, Mariano Lucas, Dazzling Shell is here as well. Unknown Spike says the Rage will give you Tera Shards. You know what? Honestly, I cheated. I did test it last night, didn't save it because I didn't want to use up any other raids that we have. But yeah, I saw that any, like, a 3-star or a 4-star raid will give you the shards. So, we're going to go over what today's going to be all about. Feel free to share this out wherever you can, through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want to do. Try to get as many people as we can to take part in this raid-centric stream today. Doesn't show, so give you some time to get ready. You're currently busy with other stuff. Well, that's on you. You got to be ready when we're all ready. However, I'm not ready just yet either. So I do want to go over a couple of things before we get started. Excuse me. You know what? I think it's not as important for me to be on screen right now. You want to see what's happening here in the game. And this is not going to be part of, like, say, the storyline of the game. If I still get knocked out, I still get knocked out. But, I don't think it'll be that bad. I think since... Okay, so I will just say... I guess let's just get into the news right now. Emery is asking Mick if she should tell me what you got in Pokemon Go. Ah, Mick has spoiled the secret a little bit. You got Shiny Delibird? I got Shiny Delibird. Did I? I think I did. I don't know, but either way, awesome. Congratulations, Anne-Marie. That's definitely a nice shiny to get. Speaking of Shiny Delibird, we may find that in today's stream. Okay, so right off the bat, for anyone that... I wonder if I should wait. How many people we got here today so far? We got 10 people. I can go over this again later. I do want to mention right off the bat what you need to do to make sure that you can participate in some of these raids. I don't know if you'll see mine without doing this, but you won't see them in your own game unless you do this. So first of all, Garushia says Delibird isn't too crazy. Yeah, from what I did a little bit of practice last night, it seems okay, it seems tolerable. Go to your Poké Portal. This will be your first step that you want to do. So go to your Poké Portal, hit L to connect onto your internet, which is what we're doing right now. You got to make sure you have downloaded the most recent news from the Poké Portal. So it brings me right to the news page. What I'm actually going to do is back out for a second, and just to be sure, I'm going to go down to Mystery Gift. Mariano's asking, where's Matador? You haven't been here for a while, have you? Anyway, go down to Check Poké Portal News. Hit that. It's going to make sure we've downloaded the most recent news, and you're good to go. So speaking of the news, I'm going to go back to the main page here of the Poké Portal, hit plus. We'll go over what is happening in the news. Mick says, do you still get the bonus for Lab Loot for donating? That is still going on as well, yes. Did I not pin my message? Dang it! Hang on, I'm going to repin that. Or, I'm going to pin that in general. That's not it, though. Unpin that. Where did I put that? I didn't even paste it yet. I'm a doofer. I'm a twofer-doofer. Wait. Okay, now we're getting that pinned at the top of the chat. So, yes. Excuse me. Anyone that makes a donation today in the form of a like a super chat, a super thanks on another video, or a membership, you're gonna get yourself lab loot based on any other donations you've made this week. Essentially, one donation gets you 100 lab loot, but if you donate a second day, not necessarily in a row, but if you get a second day donated, you get what you got before plus an extra 100 for the new day, and that can just build up from there. So, of course, feel free to check our Discord server, linked at the top of the chat now, to stay up to date on what you got for lab loot coming your way. And I'm going to update it tonight, by the way. Today's Friday, isn't it? I think so. Because tomorrow, we'll be doing the shiny auction. And we have another shiny Pokemon up for grabs. Yeah, so Mick, since you donated 2 times already, that would be 300. And if you donated again today, that'll be an additional 300. So like 100 plus the previous day. So a total of 600 is what you would get for a donation today. So that's how that works out. I know I realize in hindsight it seemed kind of complicated, but and as Mariano says, just unless you did it in the same stream. But also, just to give you a heads up, there's a special thing for today's raids, because I always say I love the fact that you guys help me out getting some good items and whatnot by doing these raids. As a little bonus, I'm putting in the chat right now, everyone who joins in on a raid today will get 500 lab loot. Now, that's just once for the day, but this is a 3-day event we have coming up for the Tera Raid battles for Delibird. So you can get 500 per day just by joining in on one of our raids. And just make sure that I can track you down on Discord so that we know who gets what loot, basically. Alright, so let's go over the news, what this has to say. I do got to point out one thing that is not great as far as where I'm at in the game, but Delibird will appear more frequently in Tera Raids until the Sunday, Christmas Day at the stroke of midnight. The Delibird will have various Tera types, so prepare wisely before challenging them. Yeah, I'm saying 500. I'm going to throw like a nice, it's like a Christmas bonus there. You're going to order a Switch right now. Defeating Delibird will yield plenty of rewards, and Delibird appearing in 5-star raids, which does not apply, and I'll say why, may even reward you with various Tera shards. So in addition to what they are, what their typing is, you can get other shards. Enjoy the holiday season alongside your Pokemon. So I'm planning to do a stream every day, this, today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's a super chat from Garushia right off the bat. Let's go ahead and add you to get some lab loots. Where's my lab loots notepad thingy? There we go. So that is Garushia. If I could spell, that'd be great. My keyboard is not on a flat, sturdy surface, so it's kind of wobbly. Anyway, long story short, that's what we had to look forward to. Featured Pokemon will be Delibird in 1-star to 5-star raids. So, the problem is that I don't have access to 5-star raids at this point. You need to complete all 3 main stories in the game. I haven't even completed one yet. So, downside is we won't have the 5 stars, but we're still going to get Tera shards from 4-star raids and the bonus items and stuff as well. Excuse me. Mariano says, so is the lie the order or the BRB? Oh, asking Mick. Okay, I gotcha. Gotta get the hype train rolling. Indeed, yes, Garushia. Thank you very much. Mick says, I'm going to donate when you get a shiny or at the end of the stream. Alright, well, let's hope one of us gets a shiny today. That'd be awesome. So that's basically the gist of our raids today. And I think there's 12 I have tracked down. Like, I've checked my map. I believe we got 12 here in my Paldean region. Hello to Mariah Thompson. Welcome to our special Raid Day edition for Delibird's holiday festivities. Just went over the news there. I'll basically say what we're going to do as soon as we start off the first raid. But another thing you guys might want to check out, right over here. Receive 50 Ice Tera shards. Claim with password via mystery gift. So, usher in the holidays with a mystery gift until December 26th, so that will be Boxing Day. You can get 50 Ice Tera shards in Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet. I almost said Porkemon, with all the pigs that we have in this region. To claim this gift, go to the X menu, go to Poké Portal, mystery gift, enter the code or password, and it's going to be Happy Holidays. We do not use letters O, I, and Z in our passwords. And again, don't forget Delibird are appearing, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to start things off by doing just that. We're going to head down to Mystery Gift. We're going to get with code or password. Yeah, make sure you're plugged in if you're not connected to your TV, for example. So it's going to be Happy, H-A-P-P, Y-H-0-L, 1, oops, D-A-Y-S. Verifying. Let's make sure we get this. Searching for gifts. Ice Tera Shards gift. Let's go ahead and snag that up. So if you want to change a Pokemon's Tera type, you get 50 free Ice Shards to do that in the Treasure Eatery in Medali. There you go. A free Ice Tera type for you right there if you want to use that. Could be useful when taking on the, maybe the Flying Titan or the, well, not the ground because it's part steel. But anyway, if you just want to get an ice type, there you go. Mariah already has yours. Ah, I see. Very nice. Okay, so, what's this? Mariah saying, was that Mariah? Oh, okay. An ice shard gift is handy indeed. Now, I don't really... right now I don't plan for any of my Pokemon to be Tera type Ice. I'm working on other typings for my guys, but I have that as storage now. Keep an eye, like I'd say every day you play the game, go to your Poké Portal, download the latest news, and just see what they have for any sort of like rewards or updates or whatever, because you never know. Like, I missed out on the Charizard thing, apparently, but I don't think I could have seen it anyway, because I'm not at the point of seeing 7-star raids, so that didn't work for me. I remember there was a time when, like, if we check our map, we'll see a number of our raids are glowing, like this flying one over here. That means it's an event raid, so whatever the event is happening at the time, like Delibird will be in all these glowing ones. I remember at one point I saw glowing raids, but they kept giving me Florges, and I think Unknown Spike was with me during one of those, and I was wondering why Florges, but I think the reason was because those would have been the Charizard if I had access to 7-star raids, and I didn't. So, what we're going to do for starters, I'm going to say, everybody, take some time, if you want, to go buy some ingredients for your sandwiches, because what I suggest we do is, since every raid is going to give us bonus items, I want to really capitalize on that. I'm going to eat a sandwich before we start off to get meal power for raid power. And what raid power does is it gives you bonus items when you complete a raid. And they are, of course, type effective based on whatever... whichever sandwich you eat. So, during my searching of the region, my map questing I call it, I found there are 3 fighting glowing raids. So we're going to start off with fighting type raids. So I have looked into my sandwiches. An Ultra Marmalade sandwich will give you bonus of raid power for fighting. So if you have access to that sandwich, go right ahead, prepare one of those. I'm going to fly off to this raid here for starters, and I'm gonna make myself a sandwich before we start. Mariano hopefully gets a shiny. Me too, indeed. So if you guys are buying your ingredients, I'm gonna take another brief moment just to show you how this is going to go down. First of all, I'm gonna pin you. Make sure I'm going in the right direction. Oh man, we gotta climb a mountain. I'm glad I at least have all the ride-on upgrades to be able to get there, though. And Marie's fingers are crossed for anyone who does get the shiny. It'd be cool if I got it. I mean, actually, no. As Mick has said, if we see it shiny in the battle, we all get a shiny for winning. Wow! So, I'm still online, I believe. Let me just check my menu. I am. So here's what's going to happen. Don't fill in this code just yet, but I'm going to go here. So we see, of course, it's a shiny background. This is going to be the event Pokemon. Challenge as a group. And I'm going to choose Invite Friends with Link Code. When I do that, you're going to see at the top of the raid box, there will be a 6-digit code. So that, you'd want to go to... well, you'll see the code when it's on screen. I'm going to back out for now, though. What you want to do at that point is go to your Poké Portal. Excuse me. Go to the Tera Raid section, Tera Raid Battles. And I'm getting a phone call. No, now's not the time. I didn't DND my phone. Dang it. I'll do that in a sec. And go to link code. And there's also free. You can, like, when you set up a raid, you can just choose to let anyone join. So that's what some of these people have done. I've heard that it's kind of hard to get into some of those raids though because they fill up really quick. That's why the link code is what we're going to do today. But you can always just look for other, raids as well. Bless me. Was that did I sneeze or cough? Either way, thank you. Okay. Phone, you stop talking to me. That's the QR scanner thingy. Darn it. Come on now. Get out of here. We're good. Okay. So you want to go to link code. You're going to punch in the 6-digit code that you see on screen. And basically, it's going to be a first come, first served. Whoever can get the code in and join me once their raid is filled up with 3 people, we're going on in. So that's how that's going to work. And also, in the meantime, if you folks are playing and you happen to have a nice, say, 5 or higher... Actually, no, it's not higher. But if you have a 5-star Delibird Raid that you want to share with other people, use the chat to throw your codes in there if you want to do that, if you're not involved on screen with one of our codes. Yeah, Mick says the raids aren't increased shiny odds from what you heard, but you know what? That's going to make it even more hype if we do get a shiny, don't you think? So, like I said, I believe we have 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's 12 raids available to us. My first order of business is making myself a sandwich. Hi, Char Cadet. Oops, wrong button. I hope I don't drop a picnic table on his head. But yeah, just think if it's not a boosted chance and we still get it. That'd be pretty sweet. That'd be a nice Christmas deal. Gershie's going to do some hunting on your map. Awesome. But yeah, feel free to throw any 6-digit link codes in the chat that you feel like doing. Alright, so let's go ahead and make us a sandwich. And I'm going to go with Ultra Marmalade. Because I believe that gives us a double boost for fighting raid drops. That is a... Yep. No, it's only one. Okay. Some of the sandwiches, I don't have all the sandwiches unlocked. But we're going to get at least some bonus if we use this sandwich. So Ultra Marmalade. This one's actually pretty easy to make. Let's go with the red flag pick. All you gotta do is throw cheese on this. We got 3 condiments and then a few slices of cheese. How can you go wrong? Well, if you drop it the wrong way, you could. Let's hope that I don't do that. Some of the bigger sandwiches too that give you like some really good bonuses. The food piles up so much. Like I think there's something called a hefty sandwich or ultra hefty sandwich. They get to put the big pile of potato salad on there, a big blob of rice, the noodles. It's crazy. And Marie, you just found that out. If you press Y, I think it's X, but either one of those, you can make your own, like throw your own stuff together. And one of the raids we have today is poison, and I don't have a particular recipe to make that sandwich, but I do know what items go together to make poison power up. And you know what I should do, actually? For anyone that does not have the proper sandwich to get a bonus, I believe if you simply put the items that I put on, you make the sandwich and get the benefit, even if you don't know the recipe. I don't know. Alright, so that's that. Our sandwich is made. We have now raid power fighting. We got some experience for skydive. So this first one is going to be a nice little 2-star. That's a piece of cake. Let's challenge as a group, and I'm going to use Armstrong. Invite friends with link code. Oh, Garushia has a 5-star Delibird Raid if anybody wants to jump in on that, if you got a code for that one. I'll leave this up on screen. As soon as we see either 3 more people join me or time runs out, we're going to jump in with who we have and see what we can get for some rewards. Garushia, you were saying, I think on Twitter, or no, you're saying in the Discord that you've earned quite a lot of cash off of this from the rewards that you've gotten, right? So that sounds cool. And we just used some pickles to put with some onions to get fighting type. Nice! Fighting type bonus. So again, anybody can punch in this link code you see here in your Tera Raid battles section of the Poké Portal, and we'll see who gets in on this one here. And I'll make notes of who helps out, of course. Okay, actually, let's make a little divider here. We got Unknown Spike. So of course, helping out. This is going to be worth 500 lab loot. I see Epheram. Now that's Dazzling Shell, isn't it? Make a note of that. I think I recognize that name. And do we get anyone else? Now, also, I'd say it's too late now for this first fight. It's only 2-star, so it's not a problem. Excuse me. But make sure that we have stuff prepared for deal with fighting types. Sadly, Armstrong can't get anything. Okay, I'm ready. We got Burger Sama, Garushia. Right there. Yeah, Dazzling Shell is Epheram. Okay. Yeah, so Armstrong cannot get anything good against fighting, but it's only 2-star. I'm not too worried about that at all. I don't even have to go defensive on this one, I'm sure. Alright, let's do it. Let's hope we get some good rewards, some good bonuses, and a shiny if we're lucky. So, Mick has said he's seen a video. It's supposed to show it as a shiny during the fight, so we'll know beforehand if it is. This is the moment of truth. We got a sentient burger. Standard, but that's fine. We're here for some items, too. Hello to Soul Plays. Welcome to our Delibird holiday live stream. Taking down, I think we got about 12 of these Delibird raids in my area. So let's go ahead and let's go for my effective move, Dragon Pulse. I think we're going to be able to get it very easily. It's only 2-star. And down it goes. So as people show up, I'll keep iterating that anyone's welcome to join in on these raids today. Let's see if we can catch this guy. I was thinking earlier, should I have bought Pokeballs? But there's only going to be like 12 Delibird for us to get anyway. So I got plenty of Pokeballs for this. Now, do you get more rewards if you catch it? Because I've been playing around off screen, and I think if you catch something, you get more of their items, their ingredients. So I would assume catching it gives you more bonuses. Alright, first Delibird done. We get, let's see here, 3 other parcels, a lot of experience candy, Stardust. Yeah, look at that. We did some good stuff here. Of course, the higher the stars, the more that we're going to have, the more rewards. So that's our first one complete. I like being able to do this. I'm going to be so happy when I do finally complete the main story, because then I'll be able to access like the super high tiers. I'll be caught up to where everybody else is at. Just the host gets 2 more shards. Oh, really? That's not fair. I mean, I guess it is kind of fair, but it'd be nice if everyone else got more too. Alright, Delibird, now registered in the Pokedex. Garushi got 2 Stardust off of that. Soul Plays needs XP candy, so you might be interested in joining in the next raid coming up. So what we're doing is I'm going to tackle all 3 of the fighting ones that we have in the area. Here's one here. I'll go over to you. So once I get to the next raid, I'm going to open up a public invite using a link code. And also, I didn't say hi to Jonathan. Hello to Jonathan Swift, by the way. Welcome to our stream. I should have pinned that raid if I knew what I was doing. So I'm going to set up a public invite with a link code, and whoever punches in that code first, well, the first 3 people, will be able to join me for the raid. And everyone who does join me, as I said, I got to do a little repost in the chat, but you're going to earn some of what we have on the channel called Lab Loot here at Professor Chaz's Lab, which we track on Discord, and it can be redeemed for various bonuses on either the Discord or... Oh, Soul Place has a level 87 Garchomp. I think that could probably do some good damage. We've got some varying Tera types to, oh, it's up here, to deal with today. There's 3 fighting total. There's 2 Dark, 2 Steel, and then one of, there's 5 other types. Did I miss it? There it is. Alright, so, it's only 1 star. Still, you could get something for it. Go to your Poké Portal in your X menu and choose Tera Raid Battles. I'm going to say challenge as a group. And the link code you want to punch in is on screen. So again, first 3 people join on in and we'll tackle this thing. This is fun. I know it'd be really cool if I had the game completed by the time of the Cinderace event coming up. That's on the 31st, but I doubt... I don't know. Well, I probably won't have it complete by then, because I'm still pacing myself out. But even if we miss out on that Cinderace, you know there's going to be awesome events for, like, many, many months to come. And who's excited for the DLC that hasn't been announced yet, by the way? Mick says the bot is done. It can, like, tell you the amount you have. Oh, it can't tell you the amount, but it'll tell you where to find it. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering how that would work. Oh, we got Link. So who is Link in the chat? Because what we're doing here, everyone who participates in one of these raids, I'm giving some 500 lab loot points to. I want to make sure I have it assigned to the proper YouTuber name. Unknown Spike is back again. And this is a 1 star, so it'd be a piece of cake, really. Oh, Garushi, you think they'll rerun Cinderace in January? It's possible. I don't think it's going to be the only time that Cinderace will be available. So that is Soul Plays. And for anyone who has Discord, we keep track of our lab loot over there. Just 1 sec, let me make a note here. I'm going to say 500 for raids, so I know how much to assign. Starting tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning, Atlantic time, we're going to start one of our, what I call, shiny auctions. I picked up shiny Pokemon in my adventures, and since I don't really use shinies, I put them up on the auction block, and people can use the lab loot they collect from the channel to try to outbid each other and get that shiny for themselves. For example, one of our members, Sailor Pika, did win, actually gave it to Mick, who then gave it to someone else who still hasn't picked it up yet. It's a shiny Orthworm, but that's already reserved for our viewer Snorlax321. Mariah's got a 5-star Fairy Delibird. And again, yeah, feel free to throw some link codes in the chat. If you have a 5-star Delibird Raid up for grabs, you guys can use the chat to share your codes as well. So I don't think we got anyone else. We'll still wait the 30 seconds, though. Once time is up, we will be ready to roll. I'm going to say I'm all ready, but I'm not going to hit the start raid just yet. We'll wait. But yeah, even if it's not, if they don't rerun the Cinderace raid, you know there's going to be more to come. And I definitely want to get my game to the point where, you know, I can do all these raids during live streams. 10 seconds left. I'm going to say let's go. And we get a computer player to help us out. And it's a 1-star, really. There's a code for a 5-star Delibird raid if anyone wants to jump in on that one. Let's try and beat this one super quick. That way, those of you with me right now can try to jump in on there if we got time. This is fun. We got to get the word out to more people, though. We got to get others in here to gain the bonuses as well. All right, so how long do you think this one's going to take us? I'm going to say not long. All right, let's go. Dragon Pulse. It's anyone who... I go first? And a critical hit. Ah, did not need that, I'm sure. Garushia says, hoping for raids for the Hisuian Pokemon. Does anyone know? Valid question. Are the Hisuian Pokemon in the game's code? Like, I would assume they are, because I believe every Hisuian variant is, like, their natural form is in this game, like Growlithe, Sneasel, for example. So I would be surprised if their most recent game doesn't have their typing in. But I don't know. I don't know all these things. We got, it was only a 1-star, but we still got some candies for that. That's acceptable. GG's and DD. Okay, so there's one more fighting type raid for this Delibird event here. Then we'll move on to the dark ones after that. I'm hoping we see a 4-star, because those are your money raids, you know. Okay, don't need a nickname for you. You're just basically collectible at this point. The next raid at. So yeah, you can transfer Hisuian Pokemon into Home. This game itself doesn't have connectivity yet with Home, but once it does, I'm hoping that the Hisuians can come in, right? As Mariano just says, yes, once we see the connectivity between Scarlet, Violet, and Pokemon Home. I have heard something that initially I found troubling, but now I'm kind of like just, whatever. When you send Pokemon into these games from Pokemon Home, apparently their movesets are going to be deleted. And then you'll have to use your TMs in this game to reteach the moves. Now, that part, like, the only thing that bothers me with that, as I've said before, a lot of my Pokemon have moves that they couldn't learn later. Like, I have a bunch of Pokemon from Generation 3, as far back as that have been uploaded through the different generations. And they've had movesets that make them pretty unique that they could not learn in later games. And I kind of didn't like the idea that they would have to lose those in order to advance up to Gen 9. But with all the ribbons I've collected for them, I feel like the moveset loss is minimal. But also, a lot of the moves that they have that make them unique are TMs in this game. Like, as dull as it sounds, my Charizard has Mud Slap. And we fought hard in one of the Battle Frontier event thingies in, I think, Soul Silver for him to get Mud Slap. So it's been a noteworthy move of his. And he can't learn it again. But Mud Slap is a TM in this generation, so he may be able to simply relearn that. Alright, what do we got over here? 3-star. Okay, you guys ready for this? One more fighting. Let's challenge as a group. Invite with a link code. That's going to go up on screen in just a moment for you all there. And Garushi is right. Some moves don't exist anymore, which is annoying because Signal Beam has been such a reliable move for my Butterfree ever since he picked it up. I think Gen 4 or maybe 5 is when it came in. And that move doesn't fit anymore. And I'm like, why? That was a decent move. As it turns out, though, I've sent my Pokemon into Home at this point, and it shows me what moves are like no longer exist in Shield. So, of the ones I've used, Signal Beam, Hidden Power and Nightmare, I think, on my Musharna. Those are the only ones that I can't bring forward. And I mean, if I lose out on that, sure, you know, no big deal, right? Emery says, you gotta wait till 2023 at springtime. That's when the connection for Pokemon Home will be available for the Violet and Scarlet and Violet games. We've got Link, we've got Ephraim. They did beef up Leech Life. Although they did that in Gen 7 before removing any moves. But I remember finding the Leech Life TM on, I think it was Mount Hokulani. Or no, is that... I don't remember. I think it was the volcano, I believe. And I forget the name of it. Unknown Spike is here as well. So I'm ready to go. But yeah, I found a TM for Leech Life, and I was like, Leech Life? Why is that a TM? But then I read the stats. It's like 80 power. It used to be, what, 15? I'm like, what? Of all the moves to get a buff that big, why Leech Life? I'm not complaining. But it was so crazy. It was before the grass trial, was it? I can't recall. But yeah, like somewhere on the second island is where you would get that Leech Life TM. Alright, round 2 indeed. Again, the 3 stars, not too much to worry about. I'm still somewhat leery of 4 stars, but as Garushia said, Delibird is not that threatening in general. So, I mean, look at this. That did 10 damage. And I have leftovers on my Armstrong, by the way, too. GG's indeed. Mariano says, you doubt Eternus or Eternatus will be in Scarlet Violet. You never know. I wouldn't have expected Lunala and Buzzwole to be able to make it into Pokemon Sword and Shield, but they can. So the Ultra Beast and the Legends from the most previous game are available. I think what they wanted to do was make the most recent game all compatible with the new game. Because, you know, that's going from one generation to the next. People are going to have some favorites they've picked up and, you know, carry forward. But maybe the third game in the sequence might not have as many. Okay, let's see. We got 2 Candy S's, 4 Candy M's, 2 Star Pieces, 3 Star Pieces, actually, 2 Nuggets. Look at this. This is a good moneymaker indeed. You gotta love this. Alright, so our fighting types are down and out. One sec here. Clear this off my list. The next one we're gonna go for is, we got 2 dark types. And I don't think I've got anything good against dark for Armstrong. But, I mean, we can handle without it. Okay, so the most recent move that doesn't exist in Scarlet Violet is Eterna Beam. Well, that might be why maybe Eternatus won't make a comeback. Okay, so I'm going to, just one sec, take a moment. I'm going to repost our little notification, right here. So everyone who joins a raid during today's live stream can earn 500 lab loot. Just make sure that we sync up on Discord, because that's where we keep track of it all there. Dazzling Shell says, when can we go exploring together today? We are not! No, today's not one of the multiplayer streams. Well, it is, technically, but it's more about doing these raids. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment right now to make myself a Dark-type sandwich to get some extra bonuses for Dark-type raids. And that is going to be the Ultra Fried Filet. And I think this is one that falls apart. Oh, by the way, we're going to see a bunch of Delibird, because I haven't put any away. Why not, guys? And you know I'm going to check later on to see what the different sizes are for these guys. So Garushia, okay, while I'm making this sandwich, folks, Garushia has a 5-star Dragon-type Delibird, if you guys want to join in on that one. And I'm going to make what I say, the Ultra Fried Filet. Now watch how big this one is, I think. Where are you? Where's my fried fillets at right there? This is going to be level 2 raid power for Dark-type. Let's go with Pika Pika Pick. The evil sandwich, indeed. You can tell by all the ghosts and dark types on my tablecloth. Dazzling Shell's up for it there, Garushia. Send everyone the code and they can help you out. Yeah, looks like they want the lettuce on the bottom. I'm kind of more partial to lettuce on top. But I've had sandwiches with it on the bottom. I guess it doesn't harm me. Now, the one thing I don't like about these is I sometimes have trouble putting the top bread on here. Oh, we stuck it. Pika saves the day. All done. So again, a 5-star. The 5-star Delibird will give various Tera shards, not just the type they are. And I have looked into this, and don't 5-star raids also have a chance of giving you something? No, I'm wrong. Never mind. There's a certain special type of item I'm thinking of, but I'm gonna keep that as a surprise, as if I don't know about it. I'm gonna feign ignorance when it comes to the playthrough. What's inside the basket? There's an egg? I wondered if this would happen. Something else in the basket. Another egg! Okay, we got 2 Pokemon eggs. No, close up. I'm assuming they're the Delibird. Yeah, because we had male and female Delibird. What if Skydive actually just had a baby? So do the eggs go to the boxes right away? Does it indicate who they came from, by the way? No, probably not. So I would have to just hatch it to find out. Well, I'll do hatching later, but... You know what? Just for that sake, I'm actually going to put the Delibird away, because I want to be specific with like the breeding that I do. And I don't know if Skydive and Delibird would share the same families, but they could. They're both like humanoid-looking birds. Anyway, so there are no Herba Mystica in Delibird Raids. Okay, that's what I was wondering about. So since that is the case, no concerns with getting that, sadly. But where's our first of the dark sparklies? Right here. So I'm getting ready for this next one here. They do hatch fast? Yeah, I probably did get a baby Delibird. What if I bred a shiny? You know what? Hang on. Just for the sake of trying, I'm going to put the eggs in my party, and we'll see if they actually hatch during this. You say it takes almost, like you say they hatch really quick. Do I have an egg power on the go? No, I guess egg power would only be to create an egg, not to help hatch it, right? Okay, climb this mountain. Come on, man. Breed the Delibird till I get a shiny. Well, that could take forever, but what if I am so lucky that it just breeds right away, or just we get a shiny from the first 2? Yeah, like how so fast? I don't know. Apparently I wasn't looking while I was making that sandwich. They got up to some shenanigans that I wasn't privy to. Okay, so dark type raid coming up. Fighting, bug, fairy. Is that it? Fighting, bug, and fairy. I think that's all that's super effective on these guys. It's only 2-star anyway, so nothing really to worry about. Link code coming up. Rushi says you did have a flame body Pokemon with you to hatch yours, but you still do get a lot of ground covered on the bike. And Galaxy Bumper of Kepler, welcome. Gotta catch them all indeed. Or, if you're lucky, gotta hatch them all. This will be our 4th raid today. Yeah, I had a male, I had like 2 male Delibird and 1 female. And that's kind of where I'm like, I want to be very careful with how I do the breeding in this, because I'm the kind of person that as soon as I intend to do breeding, I'm going to pick one Pokemon for the father, one for the mother, and pair them together. So the fact is, the 2 Delibird, the 2 male Delibird might have had an egg with the 1 female, and I'm like, I didn't watch Jerry Springer. That's kind of that nonsense. I don't want to do it. It was pretty quick though, wasn't it? So we got Link again. We got Unknown Spike. We get a 3rd member to join on in. Where are we at? Just checking something here. Okay, we're good. We'll wait and see if we get someone else jumping on in with us. I was doing the sandwich. They're probably somewhere making the egg. That's right, and that's why the eggs were there when we were done. Wouldn't it be very odd if I made an egg sandwich while they provided eggs? I'd be like, so are those the eggs I bought, or? Ugh. They probably would have been. Yeah, this Garchomp is just tearing through. We got low kicks as well. Good old Bug versus Dark. We haven't even had to terrestrialize yet, which is nice. With me, when I'm going on my own, off-screen and story mode, I often, for the 4-star raids, like they're still challenging for me. It usually comes down to me having to terrestrialize, but I like the terrestrialization. It's pretty cool. I really want to get bonus Tera shards of types I want to terrestrialize into. For example, my Skydive, my Quackball, I want to... Oh wait, Delibird gave you a present, Dazzling Shell? Nice! For Quackball, I want him to have a flying Tera type. Mixes. How do they get omelets in Pokemon? That's the thing. That's never really discussed, but at 30 seconds I'm going to say we'll jump in. It's never really mentioned, but there is mention in the Pokedex sometimes about eating Pokemon. So I think kind of that's where we get the eggs. Like Slowpoke Tail, for example. If you remember back in Gen 2, Slowpoke Tail is an item that you could buy. I don't know. Could you actually buy it for, like, one of them was selling it for like $1 million. One of the Team Rocket guys. And of course, you can't hold $1 million back then. Now you can. But I think it was like a place later you can get it for cheaper. But I think it was actually a healing item. Oh, you guys took it down, the 5-star. Excellent work. Enjoy your rewards. You got a bottle cap, says Rushia. Yeah, Mick, you know, sometimes I guess people eat Pokemon. Well, they even say in Alola, there's a Pokemon called Marini, and it is well known to break off the coral pieces of Corsola and eat them. They actually hunt, like they refer to Pokemon hunting each other in the wild. Yeah, Garushi says Farfetch were hunted into near extinction in Gen 1. That's why they were so rare. That's why you could only find one through trading in the first game. And then, interestingly enough, though, they became wild encounters in Gen 2, so maybe preservation pulled through and was bringing them back into, population again. So we got 5 Candy S's. Oh, I have no other screen. That's all I have is just this. Still, that's some stuff I'll sell for cash. Okay, Dazzling Shell has a code as well. What star level is that one, I wonder? And you know what? I wonder if I could even join a 5-star raid. Because since I can't see them in my game and they don't show up in my Poké Portal, I wonder if I just am like blocked from it until I get to that point of the game, the timeline, right? Okay, let's put you away, Delibird. Oh, we got two boys, 2 girls now. How you guys doing? Doesn't seem close to hatching. That's fine. Okay, let us go to the next Dark Raid then. Mixes. Isn't that cannibalism for Pokemon? Only if they eat their own species, I think. I don't know. Because then we get into the whole thing like, well, what if a human eats a human of another race? Is that... You know, let's not go down that road. Let's go to this raid here. Another Dark type. Is there any instance of a Pokemon that mentions eating its own species? I don't know. I hope not, because that's kind of messed up. Dazzling Shell says Lapras was mentioned of going near extinct for the same reason. Nowadays, there's a lot of them. Exactly. Is Lapras in this game, I wonder? Snorlax 321 needs to show up to get that shiny. That's right. I mean, well, even when Snorlax was here, we still couldn't get the shiny to him. We tried as hard as we could. I mean, it's not his fault, because he had no idea that the shiny auction was even a thing. And he was just randomly chosen to win. So he might not even realize, you know, that's a thing I'm doing on the channel now. But we'll try to get it to him, for sure. Okay, this next one is a Team 3-star. Challenges a group with a link code. I'll let you guys punch that in, see if you can join in with me. Mario says, let's stop talking about eating. We've done that before and it wasn't good. I'm trying to think of what we said before, but if it was disturbing, let's not even open that can of worms. Ugh! I didn't mean that. I actually did mean that. Oh, wait. Something messed up on Dazzling Shell's end. Amory says, I don't know why scientists say we can make anything come back to life. They have a fossil Pokemon to come back. Exactly. Then again, I think they're basing that off of Jurassic Park rules, which was fiction, so that might be why. Possibly. Haven't seen a Lapras yet. And yeah, Galaxy Bumper, if you want to jump in on some of the raids, you go ahead. Just go to your Poké Portal, go down to Tera Raid Battles, and choose, there's a little tab that says, or a little sticky note that says link code. And if you punch in the code that we've got on screen for these raids, you can jump on in with us. Just make sure you're connected online. And if you haven't done it yet, once you go to your Poké Portal, hit L to go online and download the latest news. So that way it'll be sure that you're up to date with the event going on. Here, we were talking about scary movies for the first time the other day, says Anne-Marie. That's true. And yes, so anyone that does help out, as long as we're connected through Discord, because that's where most of our lab loot redeeming happens, you'll get 500 lab loot for anyone that does help out on one of these raids today. So far that's Unknown Spike, Dazzling Shell, Darussia, and Soul Plays. And again, our Discord is linked at the top of the chat right now. And anyone that gets lab loot today can put it towards tomorrow's shiny auction. We've got a shiny Mareep that's going up on the auction block. I'm going to start it at 9 a.m. Atlantic time, and then it's going to end in 12 hours. So, we got Gyroid Keeper. Who's Gyroid Keeper in the chat? I believe, is that Galaxy Bumper? I think I remember that name. Let me see. If it's not, I'll change it up. But I believe that is what I remember. Soul Plays asks, what do you do with lab loot? Well, right now, there's a few things you can do to redeem. On our Discord server, we're saying you can redeem, say, 200 points and get yourself, you can make yourself an emoji that goes for the entire server. You can join on about twice a week. I'm doing multiplayer sessions where you can redeem 100 points to join us and want to just, we run around and, you know, have fun, crazy, do whatevers. What else is there redeemable right now? I know there was something else, but I can't remember at the moment. But, wait, you got an ability capsule? I want an ability capsule. Actually, I want one in Shield, most likely, or more likely, because I don't like my Garbodor's ability in Shield. But, we have a channel on the Discord called Lab Loot, and that, I think we have posted the rewards you can get for that. What else was there? I know there was another thing. I might be mistaken. I don't know. But I'll make sure to, when I do the lab loot tallying tonight, I will make sure we have posted what it's redeemable for on our Discord channel. Oh, Grushi, you got one too? Nice! You know what? I didn't even think to look if it was shiny yet or not. I just went right into the attack. It's gone! I like how... No, I don't. I find it interesting how... the HP bar doesn't really update second by second. Oh, Mick says, just to warn everyone, he wants that Mareep. It could be a pretty hefty bidding war going on starting tomorrow. And I think, like Mick was saying, level 93 Garchomp. Like Mick was saying, I'll probably do the auctions on Saturdays, because if I do it Sunday, that's leading into Monday for people that are like further ahead in the time zone. So Saturday's pretty nice. We got some Dark Terra shards. We got a couple nuggets. We got some Star Piece. We got good stuff. I like that. Again, folks, thank you all for helping me with these raids, by the way. For, you know, I'm getting a lot of cool items. I'm sure you folks are getting some as well. Okay, so that should take care of our 2 Dark Raids. Now we have 2 Steel Raids coming up. So if you guys want to eat a sandwich for that, go right ahead. I'm just going to double check and see what Armstrong has to deal with steel. I don't think anything. But, so be it. And I think at the end of the stream, I'm going to check all these Delibird and see what their sizes are. Because if you get a totally, you know, tiny Pokemon or a large Pokemon that are like the smallest or biggest they can be, you actually get a special mark for those from what I've read. Okay, first steel one is... Whereabouts is ya? There you are. There's also an electric one. We'll do that in a little bit. Yeah, I don't think I have anything good for steel. So I have water pulse, though. We have same type bonus on that one. Another 5-star from Dazzling Shell. If you guys want to jump in on that one. Am I going to hit any Pokemon? I don't think so. Nick says, so when do I get the lab loot from everyone that you lent it to? I thought you gave that to people. I don't remember hearing the word lend. But maybe I misheard, so you'll have to talk with them about when they're giving that back. I mean, it'd be nice if they did. A nice little throwback to you. So we have us a 2-star as well, but I'm going to eat a steel sandwich. That doesn't sound appetizing, but trust me, it's great. Oh, come on. Alright, go over here. For steel, we're going to eat a great cheese sandwich. And I do like a great cheese sandwich. What all goes on that, though, by the way? Great cheese. Where is ya? That's why I bought a whole bunch of ingredients, too, because I knew I was going to be making multiple sandwiches this entire weekend. We get only 1 power for raid power steel, but we get cheese, avocado, and other stuff I didn't read. Bon appetit. Oh, Anne-Marie's giving us sandwiches, keeping us all nice and fueled up for our raid sessions. Thank you very much. So cheese and avocado. Who has had avocado? I think I might have asked this before, but I have never had it, and I don't know. Like, this game says it's sweet, but I've never actually tried it myself to know for sure. So who has had it, and how does it taste? What would you describe it as? Oh yeah, bon appetit. Anne-Marie must be taking Mr. Salvatore's language lessons in the academy. Bon appetit is French for, you know, good eating or happy appetite or something like that. Do we like it? Dazzling Shell says, I haven't seen Sailor Pika lately. Wonder how she's doing. Well, I've heard from her off YouTube, so she's still doing stuff. She might just be busy. Maybe it's like work related or family vacation related, perhaps, because it is the season for fun and family, of course. All right, let's go ahead. Challenge as a group. Again, it's only a 2-star. We'll have 1 more steel after this, and we have 5 individuals. We got electric, flying, normal, poison, and water. We'll see what cool rewards we can get for this. Grushi says, avocado is tasty. It's like sweet greens, a little tart, but it was really good on chips. Now, that's what they make. Is that what they make guacamole from? I think. Because avocado is like the green, almost like pear-shaped fruit with the big brown seed in the middle, isn't it? I think that's what that is. Oh, Mick says, Sailor Pika's not here to get the lab loot. Now you can work your way to the top. I mean, you could overtake her. Based on my last count. Do I have that open here? Yeah, so she's only at a little over 5,000. You're at 1,700, so you can keep building. It could, you know, keep hope alive. Did I say that out loud? Oops. Yeah, you kind of did. Well, no, technically you didn't. You typed it. Oh, and bon appetit means to enjoy your meal. Okay. It's funny. I have a last name, Gauguin, which is... Is that Frigibax over there? Which is French, but I don't speak French that well. Avocado is a key ingredient for guacamole. I gotcha. I can barely speak French. Like, I kind of just struggled through my French classes in high school. But people assume, because my last name, Gauguin, is spelled G-O-G-U-E-N, so you might think it's Gauguin, but because the French pronunciation is Gauguin. People expect me to be fluent with French, and it's like, it ain't happening. Nah, that's not me. I can't do that. No way. No way. I really want to find a 4-star raid today, because I like the challenge of like the shields. But then with you guys, all your super over-leveled high-power Pokemon, it's like we're not even going to see the shield, are we? Hats and lab coats for everyone, says Mariano. Thank you. Tossing the goodies out for everybody. We got about 15 seconds, then we'll start this with me and Unknown Spike and 2 computers. And then we'll see the other steel one after this. See if we can steal some goodies. 35, 34, 33. So I guess I'm only given like 2.5 minutes. But still, I don't want to waste too much time just waiting on a menu screen, basically. How we doing here? Get that back. Get my little notepad back up. Okay. Good stuff. And I'm doing what Mr. Seguero would criticize me for. I'm checking my phone while we wait to see if I've got any feedback from any other social medias regarding the stream. I don't think we do. Alright. 2-star, let's go. Feel a sneeze coming on. Water Pulse will be effective. Of course, Dragon Pulse, not so much. Mick has made a donation for the day. Let's go ahead and add you, along with Crucia. So it'll boost your the Xmas week bonus lab loot stuff going on. Okay, Delibird down. I wasn't even paying attention. Let's catch it. Galaxy has joined the 5-star raid in the chat. You can join the next raid. And, I mean, if you don't want to join what's on screen, you know, don't worry about it. I guess it's not quite like Pokemon Go where you need to just, like, spend a raid pass to take part. So joining a raid is no problem, right? But if you have a more beneficial raid for yourself, a 5-star over a 2-star, I understand. Go for the 5-star. Get your good items. 7 Candy S's and 4 mediums. And some nice stat boosting feathers as well. Mick says, thanks to myself for donating. Everybody throw Mick a thanks, by the way. Like, Mick and Sailor Pika are always throwing out these big thanks when people do donations. I don't often see them get them back. Occasionally they do. But not as much as they could. But I thank you, Mick, most definitely. And as I say, that'll be a nice bonus lab loot. And Unknown Spike has donated as well. So thank you to Unknown Spike. I'll add you to our list for more lab loot to use in, perhaps, not the picnic, the auction tomorrow. Soul Plays asks, how do I join the Discord? Okay, if you have a Discord account, first of all, if you don't, you'll need one. But if you go to the link that we have pinned in the pinned message at the top of the chat, basically that link takes you to our Discord server, and oh, they're moving, maybe close to hatching, and you should be able to just join by going to the Discord. I don't think I have it set up that you need to request to join, but if you do, I should be able to see those requests, and I can confirm that. Okay, we got one more steel to find. Right here next to this Pokemon Center. Very nice and convenient for us. Let's go! Oh, Garushia missed the donations, did you? But now you see him. Alright, one more steel. And then we'll go off onto some other types. Hi, Bagon. Whee! I love all the different moves you can do with this guy now. I do have all the Herba Mystica from the Titans, so that's why I have all these superpowers. 1 star? Oh, wait, no. Don't challenge alone. I messed up. I think that was my brain saying no one's going to want to waste time on that one. But you might. I'm just going to run from this raid and we'll start. You don't see a pinned comment. Well, I'm going to repost it then, and I'll repin it just in case. Bear with me here. Okay, so I'm pasting the message again. I'm going to repin this one, replace pinned message. I think it might be based on when you join the chat, maybe. Okay, so we'll just back out of this for now, then we'll do it as a group session. Bam, right there. But Mariano has 2 extra codes. And a squirrel from McBronze and Unknown Spike as a thank you. Anne Marie. Oh, Squirtle. I get ya. Squirtles as thanks. Okay, let's try this again. Let's challenge as a group. Invite with the link code. And let's see who wants to spend their time on a quick, simple 1-star raid. What's that? Oh, my lab loop. That's kind of awkward. What, having 2 coats? Or just Squirtles? I don't know. I really hope we get a 4-star in this. Now, the reason I am using Armstrong, just so you know, even though we might have, say, for the steel types, we can easily use Skydive with the fighting moves. In fact, you know what? Let's do that. It's a 1-star. We don't have any chance of losing Skydive to a 1-star. He's got Brick Break. Let's get skydiving in some action. He wants to shine too. But if it is a 4-star, I will use Armstrong because he has available injuries to take in this playthrough. We've got Unknown Spike, we got Burger. We still got about a minute and a half before I call it to go. Mariano with 200 lab loot. Is that where we're at there? Let me check my little spreadsheet. That's not my spreadsheet. Did I close my spreadsheet? Why did I do that? That's messed up if I did it. No, it's right there. Never mind. Well, actually, Mariano made a donation this past week, so you're going to have 300 lab loot once I do the update tonight. There you go. More than you thought. Sandwiches and cake for everybody. This is Anne-Marie. Pudding as well. Who's going to have a really good meal this holiday season? Our family always does, we have, I shouldn't say always, but quite often, most usually, we have turkey for Christmas, and my mother said she's going to make sirloin tips for New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. Does anyone know what sirloin tips is and how amazing those are? It's one of my favorite treats we ever get. It's like, maybe like twice a year we'll make a big deal out of it, because those are delicious. Oh, so two Dutch people in the chat, says Mick. Mick and Galaxy Bumper, cool. It'd be cool to set up like an in-person meeting and like maybe show up for like a Pokemon battle or something. You know what I said Pokemon Go should have done? Initially you couldn't have a buddy with you, but I feel like now that there's a buddy system in the game, I thought it would be cool if I assigned like Squirtle as my buddy, and someone else was walking around and said they had Charmander, and we both had our phones in our pocket, or even if we're holding them, whatever. If both games or both phones came into contact with another one, maybe if they were emitting a signal, my Squirtle would see their Charmander and start, Squirtle, Squirtle, and then across like a mall you hear Charmander. So then you would know there's another trainer and be like, we're gonna fight. That would have been cool, a way to sync up with people in real life like that. Alright, let's kick this guy. Sorry, I used a low sweep. Let's brick this guy. Yeah. Does it actually give me priority for the first attack? Because I'm like hosting it? Alright, let's catch it up. Still no shiny though. But we still have, I think, 5 more to get through. That's our last of the 2 steel types. Move that one out. Let's see what. Excuse me. What rewards we get for this. How long have we been going for so far? Over an hour? How can I handle over an hour live stream? I mean, I used to do super long streams before, so no problem. We got a Stardust. We got Lepa Berries. I love Lepa Berries. Restore PP. Alright. The eggs are getting close to hatching too, which is cool. If a Quaxwell hatches out of one of those, I'm gonna be like, Skydive, what were you up to? Or if the babies have some of Skydive moves, I'll be like, Skydive, what were you up to? Alright, so that's the final steel one. Get this other Delibird put away. And let us now... I'm going to make an ultra cheese sandwich, because we're going to go after electric next. So let's throw open the picnic. Just randomly think, let's fight, not let's trade. I mean, fighting's the first thing that comes to mind with Pokemon. It has to be. No, for me, ribbons, I'd say, is the first thing that comes to mind. Okay, so we're going to make ultra cheese. We just made a cheese sandwich, so where are they at? So if anybody wants to follow suit with this, it is cheese, avocado, basil, cream cheese, pepper, and salt. And that's going to give us, I think it's level 2 electric raid bonus. So another Pika pick on this one. Pika cheese, if you will. Alright, now admittedly, I don't usually put greens on a cheese. Actually, I don't think I eat a cheese sandwich in general. I tend to have more... Just like one of my favorite sandwiches to make is a simple, I guess, like tuna salad with, of course, mix it with mayonnaise, Throw some pickles on there, some lettuce and cheese, and that's pretty good. I like that. But if I'm going to get an actual submarine sandwich like this, and if I go to, say, Subway, I get what they call the Subway Club. 3 cold cut meats. You get turkey, you get ham, you get roast beef, and again, I get pickle, lettuce, mayo, salt on it. That's my way to go. Soul Plays is in the Discord. Awesome. Thanks for joining in. And I'll be adding your name to our list of the in the Lab Loot channel. You'll see there's like a JPEG showing people's Lab Loot. I'm going to update that every weekend so people know how much they have going into the auction the next day. And of course, there's other ways to earn Lab Loot. I should mention, if you go to our Pokemon Shield playthrough, I also have that going on right now. I'm going to throw a link to that for you folks here also. I'm doing something ever since episode 43 of Pokemon Shield. There's been a question of the day, and if you answer the questions of the day, each one gives you 100 Lab Loot. 50 if you're not a member of the channel, though, but still it adds up. And if you answer all the questions from episode 43 right until the finale, which I haven't gotten to yet, you're going to earn a multiplier for getting all those questions answered. Okay, where's my playlists? I know this is taking time away from the game screen, but I'll be done in a moment. How do I copy you? Okay, right here. Copy this. Okay, so again, if you want to start answering some some questions of the day for Lab Loot, I think this is it. Feel free to click on that linky right there. Alright, so we needs to get to where? The electric, right? Hang on, I'm losing track of all my screens here. Electric indeed. Yes, we're done picnicking. Of course, Armstrong will be the way to go because we part resist. And if I do need to terrestrialize, we have pure dragon type for our Tatsugiri. Mariano's asking, have you ever given away popcorn on the stream? Man, that would go well. Especially that we're watching like a presentation, I guess you could call this. What would you call this? TV show? Not really, I guess. I think presentation fits the best, I'd say. Okay, what are we looking at here? We got another 3-star. Challenges a group. Invite with link code. Now again, this one I'm going to keep Skydive away from, because he is weak to electric. You know what? I keep forgetting the fact that it's based off what moves the Pokemon knows, not what its typing is. Its typing is only a matter of what we have to hit it with. But still, if Delibird could have flying moves, I think a 3-star or 4-star I'm going to shy away from with Skydive, because if it has anything like Wing Attack or whatever, I don't want our fighting type Skydive taking that hit, eh? Mariano Lucas saying, you don't have any really specific flavors or foods that you like. Or sorry, no specific food, mostly flavors. Who else finds the texture of food to be important? Because I'll say I do like mushrooms, usually, but depending on what they're on. I really don't like mushrooms on pizza, because I feel like, to me, mushrooms usually have like a rubbery kind of a texture to it. The flavor's fine, but when I bite into something with a mushroom on it, if I feel the rubberiness of the mushroom compared to, like, say, the more crispiness of another aspect, it's like, that's weird. However, one of the things that I do like to make on occasion is I'll just do like a little bit of, I guess you'd call it stir fry, but there's no vegetables, so it's probably not stir fry. Just some ground beef, mushrooms, stir them in together. I don't mind those as a group, like a meal. What flavor is the popcorn, asks Mick. Because, yeah, you know what? Back in my day, you go to the movie theater, you would just get regular, standard thing of popcorn. Nowadays, they have so many different, like, seasonings, spices and stuff you can put on it. I'll tell you, my sister has the best idea for popcorn. Her seasoning is M&M's. Has anyone had M&M's popcorn? Answer that in the chat. I'll tell you, I haven't. Oh, we got Earthworm Jim coming in from Burger. Nifty. We'll give it another 30 seconds, see if anyone else wants to jump in on this one. Wait, people look at the texture of food. I don't really mean like the way it looks, but the way it feels when you're chewing it. Because you know how some food is like, you know, crunchy, some is chewy. I guess that's what I would describe mushrooms as, chewy. And if it's on a non-chewy kind of thing, like, think of like crunchy toast with a chewy mushroom on it. Ignore the flavor and just think of the texture of that. That would be weird. At least to me. Of course, everyone's got their own flavors and tastes and opinions and such. That's what makes it so unique to be part of life. Just, we all like different things, and that's diversity is what makes things so interesting. Because if everything was exactly the same from one person to the next, how bored would we get? Like, think of all the things that, like, movies and artwork and songs, anything creative. Think of all the things that have been made. If we didn't have individual mindsets, like, we would not have anything like that. That's why people that think differently from us should not be, like, questioned, as long as it doesn't harm people. I always want to throw that out there. My catchphrase seems to be, whatever makes you happy, do it. But then I realized, okay, but again, I've said before, what if, a mass murderer is happy when he's mass murdering? Okay, that shouldn't be acceptable. Let's catch this Delibird. Get off this odd topic of mine. But yeah, as long as what you do does not negatively affect anyone around you or just the world in general, people should be able to do what they feel like doing without judgment, without question, without criticism or harassment. Because if Dave over here does something that I find weird or unusual or what I'm not used to, I might question it, but in the end, does it really affect me? No, I can just not pay much attention to it and go about my way. Alright, what do we get? We got some cool stuff here. Nugget, we got some lumberries. Those are always awesome. So that Delibird is done. The next Delibird we're going to go after is a flying Delibird. And that's going to require a sweet sandwich. I wonder if my eggs are going to hatch yet. Oh, you nicknamed, oh, you did nickname Earthworm after Earthworm Jim, kind of. You named him Groovy. That's also a good name for Ash Williams from Evil Dead. If there was a Pokemon we could name after him. Is there a chainsaw Pokemon? Because that could be named Ash. And I will say, I don't know if I can do a picnic here. I can. I'm gonna make a sweet sandwich. I've seen one of the best cosplays ever is someone that dressed as Ash Ketchum, but also had the chainsaw that Ash from Evil Dead wears. So it's like that was the perfect Ash cosplay. Alright, we need a sweet sandwich. Where's the sweet sandwiches at? There's a sweet sandwich. This gives us raid power flying. I don't have a level 2 raid power flying, so I'm just gonna make this. We got banana, we got apple, we got cheese, whipped cream, and butter. Hail to the king, baby, that's right. Let's go with the red Pokeball pick for this one. Anything I got 10 or more picks of, I'm gonna use those guys. Yeah, I like how the Evil Dead movies started off as a typical, like, a slasher movie. Kids, or not, I guess not kids, but like teenagers in the woods at a cabin, and these monsters are attacking them. And then the second one started adding humor to it, but still, it was a pretty, spooky and gross movie. And then the third one was more just action and humor. Like, that was, over time, that was like the biggest tone shift ever. Maybe that's hyperbole, but it was a big tone shift. Although, every one of those movies took 10 years in between before they made it. So, what I like to think is, Bruce Campbell, who plays Ash in those movies, he aged 20 years in the span of 3 days, just by dealing with these creatures called the Deadites, like undead zombie demon monster things. Like, yeah, that whole weekend took 20 years off his life. Because it was so traumatic or whatever. Yeah, we did it. I want to start experimenting with more sandwiches though, and like just if I add one new ingredient to a sweet sandwich, can I make a new recipe? I'm sure you can. I just don't know for sure though. All right, we're gonna go off to the flying one now. I'm hoping we get a 4-star. I'm hoping we get a shiny. That'd be sweet. Of course, remember, though, after today, there are still 2 more days of these raids. I'm going to be doing a stream. I'm going to probably do tomorrow's stream 2 hours earlier than we did this one, so it'll be 3 o'clock Atlantic time, because that is going into New Year's Eve. People have stuff to do New Year's Eve in the evenings and stuff, so I'd rather get it done earlier, but not too early that people can't catch it on, say, the west, or the West Coast, because it'll be like before noon if I go too early. And who knows, people might want to be sleeping in on their time off for Christmas Eve, for those who have it. Hey, Haunta, how's he doing? Wouldn't it be fun to run into a shiny just in the random, you know, driving through this way? Hey, what do we got for this one? We've got a 3-star. I have Icy Wind, I believe. Let me just check. Got Icy Wind. Yeah, let's go with Armstrong for this one too. Alright, let's challenge as a group. Code coming up on you. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve indeed, says Soulplay. So that's why tomorrow I'm going to do an earlier stream. This one started at 5 o'clock my time. So 2 hours earlier. I don't know. Maybe 3 hours earlier. I might start it at 2 o'clock. But stay tuned to the channel. And, of course, if you're not yet subscribed and you want to keep up to date on when the next stream happens, make sure you're subscribed. Or you can also join as a member to help support myself and get some extra bonuses like badges and special emojis and such. But either way, hit that bell button to get notified when new stuff is on the channel. And I will set up a stream page an hour before the stream goes live. So if I decide 2 o'clock, I'll set it up at 1 o'clock, let's say. Mariana forgot it was Christmas time. What? It's Christmas time. And I think for that day, I'll probably wait until... I don't know. See, Christmas Day, overnight, so the 25th overnight, my nephews will be over, and I'll be playing some games with them, spending a lot of time with them. So that stream might not be until much later in the evening, when they're going to bed. But again, I'll try to keep people apprised on Discord as well for what time to expect. Alright, Garushi has to get going, but you've had a blast. Awesome. Hope you all have safe holidays. If we don't talk before that, hopefully you'll be able to join a few more of these streams. Well, hopefully you will, because you've been a big help. Unknown Spike is bringing in Godzilla. Godzilla backs. That should be good for taking down a flying type. Now watch Garushia just left. Watch now be when we find a shiny. That'd be cool. I doubt it, but that'd be funny though. Okay, it might just be me and Unknown Spike again, which is fine. And again, just to reiterate, don't hesitate to throw other codes in the chat. If anyone out there has a 5-star Delibird Raid that they want to get some people to help out with, you can throw your code right in the chat. Bring some of the people that we brought together to help you out. That's the thing. This isn't just about helping me with my raids. This is our community effort. Let's all get as much as we can for Christmas time. And I may actually be doing some additional raids. I'll probably see what is publicly available in the Poké Portal. And I still don't think I'll find a 5-star, just based on where I'm at in the game, but I mean 4 stars would be good too. Mariano says, OMG! Is that from Anne-Marie's Christmas presents for everyone? Thank you! I'm gonna open up my present, and it's gonna be, I don't know, if I ask for a lab coat, I feel like it's not earned at this point. Alright, I bet I don't even need to use Icy Wind. I bet Godzilla Backs there is gonna take it down. Do I get to see its name, by the way? An Icy Wind. Saw Crystal. That kind of makes sense. Are we having Godzilla? Looks like it. Hey, you're knocked out, dude! I hate when they do that. They have no HP. Oh, it's from mixed reaction of Godzilla. Okay. They have no HP, but they still hit me? That's called HP stupid. I just made that up. Makes no sense. So that is our flying one done. Now, I do want flying Tera Shards. And I don't know if this is true or not, but during some of my off-screen raiding that I've done for the playthrough, I noticed one time that I knocked out a raid boss with a Tera attack, and I gained an extra Tera shard than normal. So I wonder if that's like a little key to get bonus shards. If you Tera blast them at the end, you get more rewards for the Tera shards. But with these guys, the level that they're at, you know, we're not going to really get to do that because we take them out too quickly. Divide that. There we go. Okay, so we've got normal, poison, and water coming up next. HPS. HP stupid. HP is very smart. It's very intelligent. We need HP. We must respect it. Okay, boxes. Put this Delibird away. Do you think we got a perfectly small or perfectly big one? How you eggs doing? It's gonna hatch soon. I really wonder if we're gonna find any influence from Skydive. I mean, I guess I would know what Delibird that he bred with, because it was the first of the females. So we're gonna go after. We're gonna make an ultra peanut butter sandwich. I'm happy Godzilla's in the game, says Anne Marie. I think it's cool too. I mean, it's obviously it's not directly Godzilla, but it looks enough like him to be like, come on. I would not have a problem with anyone calling him Godzilla. This is gonna be raid power normal level 2. So all we have for this is peanut butter, butter, jam, and banana. What pick do we use today? What pick do I pick? Let's go with the parasol pick for peanut butter. How do you get eggs? Asks Soulplays. So if you have compatible breeding Pokemon, like earlier today, I had three Delibird technically. Two male, one female. And at your picnics, if you have Pokemon that are compatible with breeding, they will sometimes leave an egg in your basket. I'll show you. There's like on the ground, on the other side of your table, when you set it up, there's a little picnic basket. Sometimes you find berries in there. Sometimes you can find eggs. But again, I'd say go to either Cerebi.net or Bulbapedia.com, is it, I think? They have all the information about breeding. Like, there's different egg groups, and the Pokemon have to be of the same egg group and have male-female counterpart to be able to produce an egg. So you're going to want to look in this basket right over here. Picked in the basket. There's a super potion. So your Pokemon can also find you helpful items too. Okay, so we're going after the normal one right now. I just realized too, we're getting a lot of experience from all these sandwiches we're eating too. But a definite way to get Pokemon to breed is if you have male and female of the same species, because of course they'll be compatible. Unless it's something like Magnemite, because that doesn't have a gender. Pokemon that are genderless, unless they're legendary, they can still breed. You just need to have a Ditto. Oh! Okay, the egg's hatching. What do we get? I was like, why did the game freeze? What do we see? Shiny Delibird? No. But it is a Delibird. I want to check your moves. No nickname for you. Now the next one should be hatching now too. Or not? Should be soon. There we go. Alright. What do you think? Getting a shiny? I highly doubt it. I think the odds of hatching a shiny without any sort of influence is the same as finding a wild shiny. Yeah. That would be kind of cool though. Alright. Now what kind of moves do you guys have? Or girls, I'm not sure. Guy and girl. Okay. Present and quick attack. Okay, so I think it was just the two Delibird that had bred then. It doesn't show the parents, does it? I doubt it. Okay. Look at this gulping over here. So I'm going to go to the box. We're going to put these two away. Hello, nothing! Hey! They still exist. They still live. They're still creatures in the form of data. But still. They have a purpose in life. They were our first two bred Pokemon. Speaking of which, you think we'll ever get bred Pokemon, as in actual loaves of bread? 1 star. Give us the big stars. Okay, challenges group. I'm going to let Skydive come in on this one. Nothing sounds offensive. Oh, I have nothing. Welcome to the stream. You have us to hang out with now. I'm going to change over to Skydive. So what we're doing for this stream, we're nearing the end of it. There's 3 raids left, including this one. But it's a special event in... Oh, there's Sailor Pika, too. Welcome. This is our special event here in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It is a weekend of Delibird Raids, where you can gain bonus items for defeating them, extra Tera shards if you fight, say, level 5, which I currently don't have access to myself. Wait, Pixel G is here, too. Hello to Pixel G. I'm missing so many people. Welcome, everyone who's new to the stream. Let me get my screen back up here. You guys have Magnemite for Legends Arceus. You know it's an old game, but it's been 2 hours. You still haven't been able to find one in a space-time distortion. Can you trade in Legends Arceus? I can't remember. I think that was... Wasn't that one... No, I think you can trade. Well, tell you what. Excuse me. Yes, as Mariano said, if you are in Discord, check the pinned message at the top of our chat, Pixel G. Go to our Discord channel or server, and there is a channel for Pokemon trades, and you can post your trade request there because it'll stay there, like, you know, permanently, as opposed to getting lost in this chat. And you can trade in Legends Arceus. I never did it, so therefore I wasn't sure. No, you're right. Yes, the Merchant in Jubilife. There is someone that lets you do like the online connectivity. How did I forget that? But yes, there is also, as we say, Discord. You can do a trade request there. I'm sure someone can probably help you out. Or even now, if anyone can help out in the chat, feel right away. Go right ahead. I Have Nothing has a 3-star Delibird raid. I'm also saying anyone that's here during raids, if you want to throw your link code, if you want to do like a link code there, go right ahead. Another thing you can do, though, if you make sure you're in online mode, just open your X menu and hit the L button to connect online. You can choose to do a raid and say challenge with others and just have it as an open raid. Given the fact that this is an event right now, you'll probably have a lot of people jump in. Because, and yes, as Mariano says, if we do raids with me today on the stream, or the next 2 days, I'm also going to be doing more streams as well. We're going to be giving some lab loot, which is kind of like a little currency that we use here on the channel for different rewards and such, and that's also mentioned on our Discord server as well. And yes, Mariano seems interested in the whole, with lab loot you can bid for shinies. Unknown Spike, thank you, my friend. You have repeated the message. Okay, we're good. We got 14 seconds remaining. Let's just jump in and take this 1-star down. You may join after this raid is in. Okay. Now, there's still a chance. We've got 2 more raids after this. We may still yet find a 4-star. Sadly, the raids can go to 5 stars, but I'm not that far into the game. I've only unlocked the 4-star raids. That's why if anyone in the chat has a 5-star raid available, go right ahead. Also, I guess the stream will be ending shortly, but again, we're going to, mention the Discord. Go over there, and I will make a channel specifically for these Delibird raids. In fact, are you gonna quick attack me? Oh, he's getting boosted. Uh-oh. I'm gonna make a new channel right now in the Pokemon section. I'm gonna say Delibird Tera Raids. I'll create that channel right now. Okay, let's catch us up a Delibird. Right here, I'm gonna put you to the top. This is a timely one. If anybody over the weekend would like to invite others to join some of their Delibird raids, feel free to use this channel to set things up. Mick, you beat me to it. You posted before I did. I'm not the first to post in my own channel. We got leopard berries. Yeah. I like leopard berries. Okay, so I guess whenever there's an event going on, I'll make a channel like that in the Discord so that, again, when I'm not streaming, we can still have connectivity between the viewers and such. After the event is done, I'll probably just delete that channel, but then we'll make a fresh one when the new event comes up. No nickname for you, Delibird. Get out of my party. Okay. Next one, I saw there was a one up north for poison type. Look at all these Delibird. Alright, we're gonna grab our map, head towards the poison. Yeah, Mariano says, no one will or can stop me from making a new channel. It's fun to have all the power. But let's simmer ourselves down. And there's a super chat from Sailor Pika. That's, I think, five days in a row of our special holiday lab loot bonus. So that one's worth 500 lab loot. And if you join in on a raid today, it's an additional 500 lab loot for anyone that joins in on any one of these raids. So Sailor Pika could be earning 1,000 today just by participating. Wait, I want to make a sandwich. We're gonna make a poison boosting sandwich. Now I don't have a recipe for this, but I did happen upon the ingredients needed to make raid power poison sandwich. I have nothing. Says, do you want to hear my team? Fire it off. Go ahead. Let us know what you got to work with. Sadly, you're seeing my team right now. If you're unaware, by the way, anybody, I am doing a special, I guess like a Nuzlocke kind of playthrough of the game. So check the... You know what? I gave you a link to the playlist for Shield. I didn't link you to this playlist, though. Let me back out here. Pokemon Violet. I'm going to link you to the Violet playthrough. You can see the team I've had. The Nuzlocke rules I've used are a lot more loose and a lot more casual, but I'm still having trouble with them, with the game. Okay, so this is the Pokemon Violet playthrough. Mariano says, why can't I spell or spiel? Don't worry, I can't read. I thought you said, why can't I spend? I was thinking, spend what? Okay, so I'm going to go into my recipe mode with X. I'm going to put simply cheese on this sandwich. Cheese. But we're going to go over to the condiments. I'm going to put mayonnaise, butter, cream cheese, and marmalade. And go with... I want to do the sparkler pick again. Where is it? Party sparkler. I want to buy more of these. So, simply put, we just got 4 condiments. Those go on right away. And let's throw on some cheese. I don't think I would want to do this in real life. All these different flavors. I'm a very simple eater. I've mentioned that many times. For me, I guess I can be a simple eater. Other times I do like more things, but... Look at that sparkler going. I love that. What was I going to say? A simple, just peanut butter on bread. That's usually a decent enough sandwich for me. And I said earlier I like to eat tuna sandwiches. Sometimes I'll just open a can of tuna as it is and just eat that. If I'm really lazy. You've got Colossal, Dragonair, Meowscarada, Gabites, Charcadet, and Clodsire. So you got some Fire Rock, you got Dragon, Grass, another Dragon and Ground and Poison. I'd say be careful of the water types, because you have a lot of water weaknesses. Now you do have Meowscarada and Dragonair, but Colossal, Gabite, I guess Gabite's not weak to water, but at least it's neutral, right? So, cheese does go inside the bread. Yeah, it clips through sometimes. Also, for anyone that has just shown up here recently, we hatched our first 2 eggs in this game because I accidentally did a picnic with some of the captured Delibird, and we hatched 2 Delibird. Neither was shiny, but that's okay. I wasn't expecting to actually get a shiny from the very first egg or 2 that we have bred in this, but it was more of an accident than anything because I didn't even think that, wait, having 2 of the same species might lead to them having an egg, and we actually got 2. And the funny thing is, we had 2 males and 1 female. Wait, where am I going? Oh, it's further than this. I was like, this isn't poison. So it's like, I don't know if the eggs have the same father Pokemon or not. Don't freeze, thank you. That's a nice spot of lag right there. You say, is that Colossal will get replaced? But you need to get the Sinistea, I think you're looking for. The teacups. I looked away for a second. I looked back. I thought I was climbing in the clouds. I thought, did my game just really break? Alright, we're going for the poison. Again, well, depending on the level of the stars, I'm not sure who would be best for me to use. I don't have Psychic or Ground anyway, so kind of a moot point as it is. We find ourselves facing off a 1-star. Haven't had a single 4-star yet. Challenge as a group. I'll switch over to Skydive. So anyone wants to go into your Poké Portal, open up your Tera Raid battle, and choose, there's a little sticky note that says link code. Put that code in that I just took off screen. Just one sec. Change over to Skydive. And you'll be able to find my raid. And as soon as we get enough filled up, or we get 30 seconds left, we'll jump on in. Oh, wait a minute. I have nothing. I don't know about the armor yet. Like, there's a lot about the game I haven't looked into because I'm trying to do as much of it as, you know, blind as I can. But at this point, I've seen so many things. I'm going to pretend to not know stuff, but since you have Violet, you'll get the Fire and Ghost. That is, I know that Ceruledge, or I guess like Cerulean, Ceruledge. Mario says you mean the candle. Okay, Angie's jumping in, so that means that's going to be a 500 lab loot for Sailor Pika. Unknown Spike has also jumped in. This is a crazy holiday craziness. I'm giving out so much lab loots. Although, some of it is for donations, which I do appreciate everyone who does make a donation. Either the super chat, you can throw a super thanks on something, or even just a membership. Get you some lab loot for your contribution to the channel. Let's see, and then what's the other one? Armor Rouge, I think, is the Char Cadet evolution for Scarlet. Jonathan says you need more than 6 gym badges to unlock 4-star raids. Well, I do have 7 gym badges, so I have seen 4-star raids. It's just we're just not having any luck with them today, but we might find some tomorrow. There is still one more, a water Delibird raid that we're going to check out before the end of the stream, and that might be 4 stars if we're lucky. But you do need to get, for 5-star raids, you need to have the 3 main stories complete from what I've seen. I have nothing is about done. Nice, and you're also getting the, oh, sorry, no, Soul Place has the Garchomp that's leveling up. Level 99. Will this be your first level 100 in the game? When Garchomp hits that peak? I'm so eager to bring my Pokemon from earlier games, but the downside is they're all level 100, so it's like if I bring them in too soon to a game... Well, I'm thinking more Pokemon Shield, because we're not done that yet, and that currently has connectivity with Pokemon Home. But, yeah, I don't want to bring Pokemon at level 100 too soon. I definitely don't want to do the main story with them. I will do post-game content with my level 100s, but the main story, I want my team from that region to win the main storyline, you know? Alright, let's see what we can do here. Do we see Shiny? I don't think so. It might just be the tint of the... Yeah, it looks red. The tint of the purple poison crystal. It had me thinking for a second. Alright, but it's very easy. Let's take this thing down. Mariano is giving a Chaos Emerald to Anne-Marie. Very nice. I notice it's the purple emerald, which of course is the only one that we have here as an emoji. I have nothing has just finished the water gym test. How'd you like it? Wasn't that the hardest test? It was impossible for me. I'm kidding. I love the fact though that that test is basically just go find the gym leader, give him his wallet back, you gotta fight one trainer, and then win an auction. But when you go back to the gym itself, you talk to people who are like, oh man, this water test was the most grueling one I've ever done. So I wonder, what is the actual test supposed to be? Let's see what we got. We got a lot of candies. Very nice. Good Christmas candies for us. Chaos Control. We had a debate about that. Is Chaos Control... Does it freeze time? Does it teleport? Does it speed you up? It seems to do whatever it wants to do at any point in, you know, whatever game or storyline that you're in. Because, not a picnic. Actually, I will do a picnic. I'm going to make a cheese sandwich to get water raid power, because the last raid is going to be water. But yeah, it seems to do whatever it wants. Like, for example, in Sonic Adventure 2, they used Chaos Control, Sonic and Shadow, to move the space station, the Ark, change its orbit. Hold tight, where's our regular cheese? Down here. Right there. That's going to give us Raid Power Water Level 1. And how about we go with the... Let's go with the Magical Star pick. It's a blue ribbon. It's watery. Yeah, Shadow can do whatever he wants, essentially. Even in the game Shadow the Hedgehog, he uses it to, like, fly at super speed and skip parts of the stages. So it's, again, whatever the programmer slash writer slash whatever wants it to do, it can do. I mean, it even proves... Sonic even proves that you can teleport. Like, Mick says 9 times out of 10 it's teleporting. Because... Have I seen Sonic Prime? No, I haven't, actually. I don't have a Netflix account, but my nephews have it. And I've seen a little bit of it, other than trailers, but I haven't seen, like, a full episode yet of it. But it does sound interesting. I like how so many things are going the way of the multiverse nowadays. And that's kind of another multiverse thing. Like Rusty Rose, I think, is in the first one. Like a different telling of Amy Rose, of course. Alright, our sandwich is made. It's now snowing on my face. Let's put Delibird away. Look at how much experience you get for just eating a sandwich these days. Delibird, you're crazy, man. Alright. I'm just now noticing the moves. So, Quick Attack or Drill Peck seems to be the differences here. And these are all up to, like, level 3 raids, though. Anyways, not really important. Let's find that water raid. Whereabouts might that be? And then we will finish up. But one last reminder. Oh, it's right here. Feel free to throw out some codes in the chat while we're still here together. If you have 5-star Delibird raids or any Delibird raids in your game and you want some help with those. Or, again, go over to our Discord server, which should be in that pinned message at the top. And go to the Delibird Raid channel I put together. And you can go ahead and see if we can link up with people over there. Because the more holiday bonuses we get, the better, right? I wonder if we should do a test. Because I'm curious if I can see a 5-star raid. Only 2! Come on! Challenge as a group. Invite with code. Because I feel like if I tried to find a 5-star, it wouldn't let me because I don't have access to those just yet. It's only 2-star. Let's get Skydive back in here. Let's let him do his stuff. Let me switch over to our Discord for a moment. No one's used the channel yet. What? I see Soul Plays is here in the Lab Loot channel. Should have access to everything as well, too. Yep, welcome Soul Plays. I'm going to wave at you. Oh, yeah, I see that Mick found the my Goku cosplay from back, like, 12 years ago. Matthew! Who's Matthew? I want to say hi to Matthew. Do you know all the Paradox Pokemon? Honestly, no. And I kind of, like, that's something I've heard a bit about, and I really don't want to know too much about it. Like, I do, I have seen one, let's just say, and I know it's what it's called, Paradox Pokemon. Hey, we got everybody. Okay, so Matthew, 5-star raids appear after the main story. Okay, that's I have nothing. Okay, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to make note of that for you there. I have nothing. That's Matthew. Because if you are on our Discord server, that's where I'm giving this lab loot stuff to. Like I say, there's a... I call it my own version of a cryptocurrency, basically. But for your contribution to helping out on the channel, I like to give stuff back. So this will be 500 lab loot, and tomorrow we'll start off an auction for a shiny Mareep that people can bid their lab loot towards. Also, you can also get lab loot by making a donation to the channel, being a member. Like, if you sign up to be a member, you'll get a bonus for this week, but also... just by being a member, you get a monthly bonus of lab loot as well. But I thought, this is Christmas. I want to get some extra stuff back. Rosie the Rascal is Amy Rose's evil counterpart. What? Amy's got an evil? That's messed up, man. Alright, let's take this thing out. Brick break. Only thing I have that's effective against it. Yeah, I'm gonna... So tonight... Basically, we're gonna be done the stream after this battle is complete. No shinies today, but there's still 2 more days to do these streams as well, so stay tuned for those. What was I gonna say? I'm gonna calculate the lab loot as of tonight, and I'm gonna post that so people see what they're at for lab loot count. And then tomorrow at 9 a.m. Atlantic time, we begin the shiny auction for a shiny Marie. It's not a counterpart, just a different version. It's kind of, basically, as Loki, the TV series, taught us, someone from the multiverse is like a variant of their other counterpart, right? Basically, that's what I think she would be considered, a variant. But there's many terms that could relate to as well. All right, well, that is all for our Delibird raids today. Just before we end off, I'm gonna go to Mesagoza and just see what kind of sizes are we looking at. Did we happen to get super small, super big? Probably not, but you never know. Alright, let's put you away for good. And if I ever need more Delibird, I think I can breed a couple now. Okay, let's head off to our main town. If you weren't aware, this is a way you can get a special mark for your Pokemon if they are super big or super small. There's a lady near that Pokemon Center I just flew to. And she can check any Pokemon in your box or in your party. So all these Delibird, it's fine to be in the box. You want to go towards the west side of town. You actually see her. She's near the fountain. And she's got these 2 different Pachirisu sizes next to her. So this lady here. Let's see if we've got any super size or super small Delibird from today. Mariano says, I thought we were done. Well, we will be done basically in just a moment. This is the first one I hatched. Average size. And I wonder if the size of the parents determine the size of the offspring. Or if it's completely random. That one's bigger than average. I believe it's like a 1 in 256 chance of having the super small or super big, so... I doubt we'll have it, but you never know. I like to check anyways. Another donation from Sailor Peak. Oh, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. You said, glad you're able to make it for the last bit. Sorry you haven't been able to make it to the streams lately. Not a problem. Like I was saying earlier, you know, life stuff gets in our way sometimes. I Have Nothing has joined our server as well. Bam! I'm going to wave hi to you. Greetings. Who did I check? Right here. But yeah, like, you know, other things can keep us away from the internet, from YouTube, from computers in general. It's understandable. As long as you're okay with having missed out, but still being able to come back. We're all here waiting for you, you know. Hype, says Mariano Lucas. All spelled out. Nice and gradual. I'm just going to check these last 6 quick. And we'll see what happens. Perfectly average size. You gotta love that. I like how at least they try to make you feel better about it. They say, oh, it's perfectly average sized. Not just like, it's nothing. A little bit bigger. I wonder if... Now, I've read into this. Any Pokemon... And I don't know how people know this, but any Pokemon that are from a previous game that get sent into Scarlet and Violet, apparently in Pokemon Home, they're marked with the size of 0, or like the smallest size. Now, I don't know if that's going to be true when connectivity goes with this game, Scarlet and Violet, but if it is, it's going to be kind of weird to have every Pokemon forwarded up to be as small as they can be. Because that'll just look kind of odd. I don't know about that, but nothing you can do to change it. Alright, so I don't think we got a super size or anything. I was going to check, and if you do, I don't know if she says anything, but you should see where it says current ribbon or mark. This Pokemon doesn't have any. You should... Wait a minute! See that where it says title conferred? Whoops. Come here, you. I gotta check that. Any more say that? No, I think we're good. Okay. So we might have something here. Why did I open the bag? I'm dumb. This Delibird. A Gourmand. Because she was there when we made a sandwich. There's like a random chance that any Pokemon in your party, when you make a sandwich at a picnic, can get this gourmand mark. So that's what we did. That's cool. Sadly, like, we've already got that on, actually, you know what? Okay, we have that on Skydive. He's got a couple ribbons and a couple marks. What about Armstrong is a gourmet. All the party Pokemon get that. Yeah, it's not exactly a ribbon, Mick, but it's the same kind of idea. A ribbon or a mark can be assigned to the Pokemon to give them a title. So when you send the Pokemon out into battle, like if I send an Armstrong, normally it'd be like, you know, go Armstrong, or I choose you, or whatever. But when I send him out now, it'll say Armstrong the gourmet, go. Yeah, everyone must get it in your party. Unless, maybe not. It could have been a random chance because he was with us for every sandwich we made. We made like 8 or 9 sandwiches today, I think. So he could have gotten it at a different time. But either way, it's like a very slim chance of getting that ribbon or that mark. And I did it for one of my main team members. So that's cool. What's your name? Armstrong the gourmet. I'm saving that for sure. Alright, but with that, we're going to end off for today, folks. I just want to once again say thank you to everybody for your participation. And I'll be uploading the current lab loot counts tonight. Then you guys can see in the morning, 9 a.m. Atlantic time. The Shiny Mareep will go up on the auction block. And you can bid as much as you want. Just make sure you have enough lab loot to cover the bid. If you don't, and you're like the winning bid at the end of the day, then it's going to go to the most recent bid that the person can cover with their lab loot. And Mick has already said he really wants that Mareep, so you guys might have to really push hard to try and get that that bidding done. Alright, but anyway, that's going to round things out today. Thank you folks for hanging out today, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow in about... How much time would this be? 7 right now, 2 minus 5. Be there in about 19 hours. We'll do another one of these streams for more Delibird action. So thanks again. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time. But again, feel free to use the Discord to continue some raiding today.